Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into one of the most inspiring stories in the NBA, the incredible journey of Jimmy Butler, who went from homelessness as a teenager to becoming one of the NBA's fiercest competitors and a true superstar. Jimmy Butler's story is more than just basketball. It's about resilience, determination, and never giving up, no matter the odds. So let's take a closer look at how Jimmy's road to the NBA wasn't just difficult, it was a true testament to his willpower. Butler was born in a small suburb outside of Houston, Texas, and from the start, life wasn't easy. His father left when he was just a baby, and by the time he was 13, his mother kicked him out of the house. Imagine hearing your own mother say, "I don't like the look of you, you have to go." Those were the last words Jimmy heard before he found himself without a home. Now let's be clear, Jimmy wasn't living on the streets, but his teenage years were spent bouncing from couch to couch. For most of us, it's hard to imagine going through something like that, but for Jimmy, it was his reality. He didn't have the stability that so many of us take for granted, and yet he didn't give up. Instead, he found a way to survive. During his junior year of high school, Jimmy met Jordan Leslie at a basketball camp. The two quickly became close friends, and eventually Jordan's mother, Michelle Lambert, welcomed Jimmy into her home. Now, keep in mind, Michelle already had 7 kids of her own, but she saw something in Jimmy and insisted on helping him out. With a stable home environment and some much-needed support, Jimmy began to thrive both on and off the court. Michelle set some ground rules, like improving his grades and sticking to a curfew, but Jimmy was more than happy to comply. Finally, he had the stability he needed to focus on basketball and school. Now, it's important to also note that Jimmy wasn't exactly a top prospect at this point. He was good, but no major universities were knocking on his door. So after high school, Jimmy went to Tyler Junior College, where he began to make a name for himself, and that's when things started to change. After his first year at Tyler, Division I offers began rolling in, and eventually Jimmy chose to attend Marquette University in Milwaukee. At Marquette, Jimmy's numbers weren't flashy. He wasn't the kind of player who had NBA stardom written all over him, but one thing he showed from high school to college was his ability to hit big shots. He had that clutch gene, and that's something you simply can't teach. It was his mental toughness, his grit, and his willingness to do the dirty work that set him apart. In 2011, Jimmy's hard work paid off when he was drafted by the Chicago Bulls with the 30th overall pick. But even then, Jimmy knew that his past didn't define him. During a pre-draft interview, he told reporters, and I quote, "Please, I know you're going to write something. I'm just asking you don't write it in a way that makes people feel sorry for me. I hate that. There's nothing to feel sorry about. I love what happened to me. It made me who I am. I'm grateful for the challenges I've faced." That mindset, not wanting pity, but instead embracing his journey, says everything you need to know about Jimmy Butler. His rookie year with the Bulls wasn't anything extraordinary, and in a lot of ways, it was a learning experience. The Bulls were one of the top teams in the league at the time, and Jimmy had to bide his time, waiting for his opportunity to make his mark and show what he could do. But in sports and in life, sometimes all you need is that one chance to shine. And for Jimmy, that opportunity came during the 2011 season. The Bulls were hit with a string of injuries. Derrick Rose, Luol Deng, and Joakim Noah were all out at different points, and Jimmy found himself thrust into the rotation. It was a classic next man up situation, and Jimmy delivered. He quickly made a name for himself as one of the best defenders in the entire league. As the years went on, of course, Jimmy continued to work on his game, and soon enough, he wasn't just a defensive specialist, he became a complete player. He developed into an offensive force, someone who could score, pass, and of course, still lock down the opposing team's best player. Jimmy put in the work, and it paid off big time. Before landing with the Miami Heat, Jimmy had stints with the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Philadelphia 76ers. But as we saw, no matter where he played, one thing remained the same. He played with a chip on his shoulder. He had something to prove, and he wasn't going to let anyone outwork him. In 2019, Jimmy signed with the Miami Heat, and that's where his legacy really began to take shape. After he joined the Heat, Jimmy took 2 very good but not necessarily great Miami teams to the NBA Finals. What's impressive is that, on most nights, Jimmy isn't the most talented player on the floor, but he's the guy doing the little things that can help his team win, and we're seeing that in Golden State right now. Whether it's playing suffocating defense, making a smart pass, or hitting a clutch shot, Jimmy always finds a way to impact the game. In many ways, Jimmy's leadership and competitive spirit remind people of legends like Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying Jimmy is on their level in terms of talent, but the way he rules his team to victory and elevates the players around him is definitely reminiscent of those guys. So what's the lesson in Jimmy Butler's story? It's simple. No matter where you come from, no matter what challenges you face, you can overcome them. Jimmy didn't have an easy life. He'd be the first one to tell you that, but he didn't let that stop him. He put in the work, believed in himself, and proved everyone wrong. That's why, even though Jimmy doesn't want anyone to feel sorry for him, we should all respect the journey that he's been on. He's one of the most inspiring stories in the NBA, and his resilience is something we can all learn from. Despite everything he's gone through, he's still suiting up for the Golden State Warriors and trying to win a championship, and that in itself tells you everything you need to know about the man and the player. Thanks everyone for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe because I'm coming out with new videos every single week. My name's Damien Peters, and I'll see you in the next one.